collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs, and cross-watchers. Welcome to our Timeless Chakra Reading. I am your reader, Angelo, Lyons, Mal for short. They are my initials. Leo Rising here. I am a professional witch, a professional intuitive, the president of DrawingTheCircle Productions since 1998, author of 2 different books with a 3rd one in progress. The first one is called Spell Ingredients. The second one is called Words of Grace. Words of Grace does have a Kindle version available, and I put a link in the description box that if you click it, you can preview it for free and see that it is primarily divided into chakra chapters for a chakra reading. Could be very helpful. Writing that book saved my life. Big time dark night of the soul rescue writing that book. But the original version of Words of Grace, which we had to edit down considerably to make it all fit on Kindle, well, that one is on patreon.com/DrawingTheCircle in our digital shop, as well as the only place to find my first book, Spell Ingredients, and the 3rd one will be there eventually. We've got audios and videos as well as the ebooks, and some of my subscribers get those audiobooks, ebooks, audios and videos as part of their subscription package, but all of my subscribers get 3 benefits in common. They get a daily check-in when I send them an unlisted YouTube live stream, like pretty much every single morning, where we chat with each other about the day's magical the astrological weather, the magical applications, the spiritual implications, always ending with a spiritual practice of some sort to send us on our way. And it is the wisest way for me to start the day, considering what I do for a living every single day. They also get all the extended readings, the part 2s to the part 1s here on YouTube. All of my extended readings are timeless and relationship oriented. They also get a significant discount. Mercury is retrograde at the time of this recording, obviously. They get a significant discount when they book me for a private session. We'll talk about that at the end of the video. If you want more info, you can follow for free. You can 7-day free trial. Anyone can shop in the store, and there are free previews for the audios and videos in the digital shop, and I love it, and I highly recommend it. So if you are curious, if you are so intuitively guided, click the link, check it out, go look at the menu, and come Patreon on Patreon, because I'm the Archangel of Lyons, Angelo Lyons. But you can just call me Mal. Don't I look like the Archangel of Lyons? I should, considering that's what my parents named me. So we're going to do some explanation for the new Leos and cross-watchers, and we'll get into the divination. Feel free to jump ahead if you've heard it all before. Hello, my beloved Leonines and new cross-watchers. We're doing essentially what's called a 5-card draw. 1 card from 5 different decks, getting you clues, tips, and hints to help you align your chakras, right? It's a healing reading, but it can be physical, emotional, mental, spiritual, financial, relational healing. We'll see what cards hit the table. Let me tell you what these cards are, because we're doing things a little bit differently than the standard 7 chakras that we're all used to. We are going to be incorporating the 8th chakra, which hovers over the head, and I learned that from Caroline Mace, MYSS, the PhD, medical, intuitive, and spiritual teacher, in her book, Anatomy of the Spirit. I highly recommend that book. The 8th chakra hovers over the head, sending down archetypal symbolic codes to all the chakras underneath them, shifting what we attract and what we repel. I better slow this down with this Mercury retrograde going on, so that we have the opportunity to no longer delay what cannot be prevented in terms of our healing process. So we're going to get a Caroline Mace archetype card for the archetype in the 8th chakra. Then we will get 1 Daughters of the Moon tarot for the next 4 chakras down: the crown, the 3rd eye, the throat, and the heart, the internal feminine energy, hence a goddess-oriented tarot deck. We will look at the lower 3 chakras, the solar plexus, sacrum, and root for the masculine energy, the yang dynamic, looking at ourselves from the outside, maybe us from the inside, looking out at people, places, and things, relationships in the physical world. And because it's a cross-watcher reading, mirroring is usually the case there. That will take care of all the chakras from the 8th down to the root, and then we will get a Whisper of Love from the Whispers of Love Oracle by Angelo. I love this oracle. This deck has been consecrated to the higher selves of all involved, not just the Leos and the Crosswatchers, but anybody else that might be involved. And we will end with a Matt Kahn healing mantra card, because this is a healing reading. But remember, it can be any kind of healing, and it is a general read, so take it as it hits the table, what resonates, blah, blah, blah. And that is our explanation. So let's get into the divination. Both feet on the floor if you can. Focus on your breath if you will, and I promise you I will do anything that I can to help anyone heal, because as one of us heals, all of us heals. Part of unity. We're really all one. I know it don't look that way, and considering the turbulent times we are in on this planet, it could only be helpful. So there's the explanation. Let's get down to the divination. The shift from one to the other happens in the still point. So if you like, if you want to, please take a nice deep breath. All that explanation. Let's do the divination. Still point. Pantheonic override. Here we go. A place for everything, and everything in its place, but all where it belongs in time and space, for the well-being of all. Hey, come here. And with harm to none. These cards are jumping all over the place. Come here, as we will it. So let it be done. Beloved pantheons of the divine, one card in clarity for us Leo collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs, and our crosswatchers. What's going on in the 8th chakra, indicating the spiritual alchemy, from shadow to light, from lead to gold, from pain to peace, shifting us from toxicity to health, and from fear to love, for this timeless chakra reading. The Fool archetype, yay! I was feeling a little bit seriousness in this, but this is a good one. The Fool is a masculine family archetype. It has nothing to do with biological gender. There's also a feminine family. There are 9 different families, and written on the card is the shadow attribute and the light attribute. I call this lead and this gold, with 3 atoms here in lead that can't be there in gold, that have to be surrendered, transformed, forgiven, released, healed. I just prefer the word alchemized. So let me read you what's on the card here. The shadow, or the lead. Using humor to wound rather than liberate. Been there, done that. Have the burnt t-shirt. Denial of your emotional truth. But I'm a Pisces moon, so I can't get away with that for very long. The light, or the gold, we are shooting for here. Fearlessly revealing emotion. Hello. Helping people laugh at absurdity and hypocrisy. And I do that every single day. So, you know, not like the Fool card in the tarot, although we'll see if it shows up. You can have an archetype, a reason, a season, or a lifetime, or be dealing with someone who has the Fool archetype, a reason, a season, or a lifetime. Regardless, it's your opportunity to heal. So we're going to put that one right there and see what's going on. The next 4 chakras down: crown, third eye, throat, and heart. Feet on the floor, Mal. Please take a nice deep breath. Gotta stay grounded for these. Still. My goddesses override. A place for everything, and everything in its place, but all where it belongs in time and space, for the well-being of all, and with harm to none, as we will it. So let it be done. My beloved goddesses, one card in clarity for us Leo collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs, and our crosswatchers. What's going on? Heart, throat, third eye, crown dynamic to help us alchemize the Fool for this timeless read. Ooh, 3 of Cups, bonding, a happy card, a card of celebration, and I would say if we're going to give that a chakra, heart chakra, emotional element of water. Now, this is a solid foundation. All 3s are. My camera is on a tripod. Tripods can't wiggle. They can't wobble. 4 legs can, 3 don't. So a nice thing to build upon here. Of course, we would be moving next into the 4 of Cups, which is a bit more introspective, right? A little bit more reflective and a bit calm. So I'm liking this very, very much, particularly with that heart chakra, right? Of fearlessly revealing emotion, as we see there with the Fool card, and a lot of laughter can come along with that too. Look, I'm very serious about what I do. I'm just not serious about myself, because that's an ego trap, right? It's like, it leads you to be a cult leader, and no thanks, right? No thanks. I've got a kitten. I don't have time for anything more than what I do for a living, cleaning the house and taking care of my 3 cats. I love my boys. So this is lovely. Let's see what's going on in the lower 3 chakras. Please take a nice deep breath. Still point. My God's override. A place for everything. And everything in its place, put all where it belongs in time and space, for the well-being of all and with harm to none. As we will it, so let it be done. My beloved gods, 1 card in clarity, please, for us, Leo Collective and our cross-watchers. What's going on? Outside in, inside out, lower 3 chakra dynamic, to assist us in alchemizing the Fool in the 8th, with 3 cups on the inner for this timeless read. Ooh, 8 of Pentacles. This could be work-oriented, so working on yourself, working at work, however you want to see that. This is Daedalus, Deadelus. I think his son was the one who flew too high. Icarus flew too high to the sun, melted his wings off, and plummeted. Too bad he wasn't immortal. But he is certainly a craftsman and a genius in the mythic tarot's Greek mythology, my favorite thing on planet Earth. And archetypally speaking here, this could be something in the workspace. This could be something, just the work that you do in the world, but it's definitely putting your head down and getting the work done. So I like that. Now, certainly bringing a little humor to that is very, very helpful. I have to keep my sense of humor with this, otherwise I will snap in half. No thanks. But the focus there, I think, is really there. Now, if we're going to give that a chakra, I would say root chakra, because root chakra is tribal dynamic, right? 3 or more people, right? So it could be friends, could be family, could be industries, right? It could be your work situation there, but certainly work being done. But with this lovely 3 of Cups, stability on the inside that, of course, can be built upon, getting us to the 10 of Cups eventually. All right, all the chakras are on the table. Let's ask our higher selves what's going on here, and the higher selves of all involved. Please take a nice deep breath. Wim Hof. Still point. Higher selves override. A place for everything. And everything in its place, put all where it belongs in time and space, for the well-being of all and with harm to none. As we will it, so let it be done. Beloved higher selves of all involved, 5th dimension and above, 8th chakra and above, what is the whisper of love, the piece of information, inspiration, and insight needed by us Leo Collectives and our cross-watchers to assist us in alchemizing the Fool in the 8th, 3 of Cups on the inner, 8 of Pentacles on the outer for this Timeless Chakra read. Get to know each other. This is a relationship one. Okay. Get to know each other. Learning to meet another's need for love is important for a relationship to grow. And with that 3 of Cups, bonding, very much a friendly card. This may or may not be romantic, right? But getting to know each other, getting to know you, getting to know all about you. Oh, that king and I. So this is good. This feels really lovely. Keeping an open heart, but that doesn't mean you don't have boundaries here. In fact, it might be, I'm working. You know, I've dealt with romantic relationships in the workspace. In fact, that's how I met my first husband. Not that I've had a second one, and I suppose other people's don't count. But, you know, he was a customer, and I was working at Body, Mind, and Soul in Huntington Station back in the 90s. So, you know, but also I've made so many friends along the way in my career with DrawingTheCircle production. So this could be very friendly. If it's romantic or not, again, it's a general read. You will know that or not. Shall we? Last card down. The Matcon healing mantra, nothing like a mantra, to kind of get you through this. Let's see what the Ascended Masters have to say, shall we? Both feet on the floor now. I'm so used to crossing my legs because I am a Virgo sun. Don't be shocked. Please take a nice deep breath. Joan Jett isn't. Still. Ascended Masters override. place for everything, and everything in its place. Put all where it belongs in time and space for the well-being of all and with harm to none, as we will it. So let it be done. Beloved Ascended Masters, one card in clarity, the perfect and precise healing mantra to assist us Leo Collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs and our cross watchers to alchemize the full and the eighth, 3 of Cups on the inner, 8 of Pentacles on the outer, getting to know each other for this timeless chakra reading. Cross your fingers. Acknowledging apprehension. When it's a yes, nothing can stop me. When I'm unsure, it's always a no, and I use that pretty much on the daily, because apprehension is fear of the future. Well, if I do this, and there's an infinite number of quantum timelines, shifting timelines all the time, right? Depending on whether we choose lead or gold, fear or love, blah, 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 right? So this is the only bookie book read for this. I love this one, acknowledging apprehension, because only the ego is apprehensive, but the soul acknowledges it, right? Being authentic and saying it's okay to be feeling a little bit or a lot of bit of apprehension. So let me read you what Mr. Khan has to say. When it's a yes, nothing can stop me. When I'm unsure, it's always a no, and I use that big time buying this new house that I'm in Saratoga Springs now. When apprehension is acknowledged, you become aware of a constant back and forth between polarities. As this back and forth movement occurs, it can feel nearly impossible to make decisive, empowering choices. As you acknowledge any apprehension, recognize, here are the 2 options, that it is either your heart trying to warn you of an old choice or pattern that you are about to repeat, womp womp, or it is a sense of unworthiness that makes you unsure how to step onto the biggest stage you dream of commanding. And doesn't that just sound like Leo? Yeah, sure do. The power of discernment bubbles closer to the surface the more often your apprehensions are acknowledged, and it is needed to determine which of these 2 options is true. And that is an intuitive thing, that is a spiritual thing, practical knowledge of what has happened in the past, because we're moving into such new terrain, more golden, truly loving timelines, right? Taking the planet with us and everyone we love. So, to really sit with that and allow that. And with that heart open, the heart is going to tell you what's going on. This mantra is ideal for resolving indecisiveness, balancing impulsive behaviors, we're known for it, Leos, and trusting your instincts. And instincts are very physical, right? So again, I'm going to point to the 8 of Pentacles, very root chakra. Root chakra will tell you fight or flight, flee or freeze, fawn, right? What all those f-f-f-fs going on there. So, how we end this, if you are new to my work, is with what we call a blessimation. It's a combination of the word blessing and summation. We came up with it over on Patreon, and it's like super glued to my third eye. And though I have no idea what's going to happen once I hit the record for these readings in general, I really have no idea what's going to happen in the blessimation, because I surrender my will to the divine for this whole process. Shall we? One last time, at least for this reading, please take a nice deep breath. Feels wicked good, though. Still point. May we end as we began. Pantheonic override. I call upon the collective pantheons of the divine for us Leo Collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs, and our cross-watchers who are watching this video and drawn to this reading. May we be blessed with all that we need to alchemize the Fool, fearlessly revealing emotion, helping people, including ourselves, laugh at absurdity and hypocrisy with a bonded, open heart. Just a simple 3 of Cups, a foundation here, really bringing some love that is divine power to the situation as we 8 of Pentacles this, doing our work, inner, outer, literal, symbolic, spiritual healing, what have you, as we get to know each other. Maybe somebody new comes onto the scene. Learning to meet another's need for love is important for a relationship to grow, and it could be a tribal relationship, a whole bunch of people. but we can still give us the grace to remember to acknowledge apprehension, because when it's a yes, nothing can stop us. But if we're unsure, it's always a no for now. Because sometimes you need a nap, sometimes you need a Snickers, sometimes you need a little something to move you forward. So may we be blessed with all that we need to heal, to grow, to learn, to evolve, to alchemize our shadow to light, our lead to gold, our pain to peace, and shifting us from toxicity to health for happier, healthier, wealthier, wiser lives. In a happier, healthier, wealthier, wiser ways, even in our relationships, for a happier, healthier, wealthier, wiser world. For the well-being of all, and with harm to none, as we will it. So let it be done. So let it be. And so it is. You know, it does make sense. The apprehension could be an intuitive hit, right? Discernment is not necessarily judgment. But I have learned that discernment is this golden nugget of intuitive wisdom that often has a thin veneer of leaded judgment around it, right? So, you know, oh, I'm being judgy. Just sit with it, right? Feel your way through that. Open your heart. Give it the love that only you can give it. And then you'll know, oh, of course, I'm apprehensive about that. Who wouldn't be? My guides say that all the time. Of course, you're feeling this way. How could you feel any other way? Authenticity is really important because there is no healing without truth. But that starts within you. So, if you found the reading helpful, please do hit the like button. It shifts the algorithm and helps other people find the reading. Subscribe if you want more of me, because obviously I have a field day doing this here on YouTube. But if you want the deeper dive, more magic, more miracles, more mysticism, more just come play out on Patreon. We are having a field day. I love my free followers. We got a whole bunch of them. I put out content specifically for them, though the subscribers see that stuff too. My subscribers get the daily check-ins, the extended readings, and the extensive discount. We'll talk about that in a minute or so. You can follow for free. You can 7-day free trial. You can shop in the store. Free previews for the audios and videos. What more could you want? I don't know, but click the link, find out, and come play on Patreon with the Archangel of Lyons, Mark Angelo Lyons, that you can just call Mal. And if you would like to book me for a private session, see, I made this video for the 25th anniversary of Drawing the Circle Productions, my company, and that one hit on May 1st, 2023. We are now in 2024. I was living in Holbrook, Long Island at the time. I had no idea I would be moving, although we were looking at places up here. Now I am up here, so I have to make a new one, because, for example, I am doing readings at the Magic Moon in Saratoga Springs on Phila Street. That's Phila. You can contact them directly. I have days set aside. They book you, they tell me you book, and then I come in and I read you, and that's how that works, both readings and spiritual counseling. I also have an office in my new home that allows me to see clients here at the house, but I gotta get to know you first. You know, I have a new kitten, and he's a little chaotic. He's a Sagittarius, so, you know, gotta keep the kitty safe. You never know who you're letting in your home unless you know, right? And certainly the majority of the work that I do with spiritual counseling and readings is on video. So what I do is, once the client is booked, right before we have the session, I send them a Zoom link to my Zoom platform. It's recorded. We chat back and forth. They can see the cards hit the table. They don't have to memorize. They don't have to take notes. They can be fully present. At the end of the reading, I send them a link so they can download that entire session to their devices. They tell me that they downloaded it, and then I delete it from the cloud, because confidentiality is key. It is part of my honor code to keep it in the lockbox. And the amount of clients that I have, I usually forget about it anyway, but it's all in the Akashic Records, you know what I'm saying? But the most important thing that I say in that reading, and this is the hill I will die on if necessary, I've never turned anybody away because of lack of finances. I've been on the balls of my ass before, we all have, right? Where there's a witch, there's a way. I'm a witch, a very well-trained one. So there is a way. Even if it's pay it forward to someone else down the line, we have the conversation and come to the agreement. So I love doing the work that I do, and I will keep booking private sessions with Mal up, because it makes my mom laugh, and I don't need another reason than that, but a new one will be coming eventually. And I have to say, we can enjoy this, right? Just beware of derisive humor, right? The humor that I was raised with that. People understand me a lot better once they meet my mom. We're all really witty in the family and not a weak personality amongst us, but I'm the youngest, so I get to juggle knives, apparently. So thank you so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed this reading. I really, really love this mantra. So, you know, it's a yes, nothing can stop us, but if we're unsure, it's a no for now. I need to take a nap. Maybe I need a cookie or something. So hang in there. I love us. I think we're we're amazing, because we are. So wishing you all the very best and the very, very blessed with your chakra healings, my beloved Leonines. Hang in there. I love you. We got this. Heal, hail, farewell, and blessed, blessed be.